Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Hey guys, and welcome to What's on Linux. Today I'm taking a look at Bioshock Infinite, which came out very recently after being able to download it for months, probably 3 months. I had it downloaded, ready to go, just waiting for binaries. And then, lo and behold, without any ado, it hit. It came, and now we can play. One small little note about this, it seems to crash whenever I try and play it with the Steam overlay, which is how I get the FPS monitor in the bottom right corner. So I will not have an FPS monitor, but as you can see, it does run pretty smooth. Mouse is a little bit weird, but it doesn't seem to affect gameplay. So first off, let's take a look at the options menu. It does this nice thing, bringing it in here. The guy rubbing everything. And if I can just get control of the mouse. Alright, you can also use arrow keys to take control of everything, which is nice. So you can invert your mouse, you can change your sensitivity. I can put it up a whole bunch. Doesn't seem to really help much. Mouse acceleration off. I don't want mouse acceleration. And you can change all of your buttons. Everything is nice and rebindable here. Have not tried playing this with a gamepad, nor will I. So, don't even ask about that, because I don't know. You can change a whole bunch of extra options here inside the game. I'm keeping all the helpful suggestions on, because it's been proven that I'm really, really bad at this game. So, yeah, that'll be fun, watching some gameplay footage when I'm horrible at it. And again, change all your volume options, easy enough. No problem there. And dialogue subtitles, we'll turn those on because it's nice to read it. Graphics quality, you can either do a preset with ultra, very low, low, medium, high, and very high. I have it on ultra and it seems to work very well. You can lock the frame rate to certain vertical syncs if you want. I really screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah. Anyways, this is basically VSync. So if you're on a 60 Hz monitor, it'll be 60 FPS maximum and no screen tearing and all that fun stuff. In-grade field of view, you can be up to 15% wider, narrower, or wider, whatever. 15% narrower or wider. So I have it turned up a little bit. You can turn it up all the way to there. It doesn't seem to save this setting very well. So I'm going to put this up here because I actually do need it. Art subtitles. Yes, when you look at art, if you can't read it because of the sun glare and the light glare, which there's a lot of. Oh, and here we go. First little crash here. Alright, we're back. So, yeah, that happened. It's not perfect. I will say that. It's not perfect. Right now it is maxing out all 4 of my cores on my CPU. So it's a very, very intense game. So, anyways, that was the options menu. Doesn't normally crash like that. I'm currently downloading the downloadable content. This isn't really to check that out. This is to see how well the port is. So, we'll jump into the game I've already started. I started streaming this actually to do the research on it. You can catch that on my Twitch channel. That's going to be down in the description if you want to take a look at that. I'm going to be streaming a few times a week now. It's actually starting off pretty good. So we will jump in and you can take a look and see for yourself how good this game looks. I'm in the Hall of Heroes. I just finished the section, first real boss right there.
Do you ever get used to it?
So, something a little screwy with the mouse acceleration
You can imagine.
happening. Let me check that actually, see if I turn it back on, because that does seem to happen for some reason sometimes. Mouse acceleration off. Good. So, it's just going a little weird. So, as you can see, it's a very pretty looking game. Textures are pretty good. Again, this is on ultra quality. And as you can see in the upper left-hand corner there, Comstock's Vengeance, that's the art. So if you have trouble reading that for some reason, you can take a look. And the mouse is going really screwy right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That's a little different. So, what you can do, it has a handy little thing. You press N, and it'll tell you where to go. So, overall, gameplay is actually pretty smooth. I haven't had a lot of problems. This is Elizabeth. She can kind of tear open holes in the fabric of time and space. Doesn't seem to hurt anything. She did it to get rid of a bee at one point, which is kind of strange. So, yeah, that happened. But let's take a look at some of the pros of this game here. Again, gorgeous graphics. The experience overall is pretty smooth once you get going with the gameplay. Everything opens up nicely. Not a lot of screen tearing when I don't have VSync on. A lot of Linux games, you'll notice you have a lot of screen tearing. I'm running this on a GTX 980, and it is running quite smooth. It's a linear game, not an open world game, which for this kind of story-driven thing, I think is the better option. When it's something story-driven, you really want to experience the story in the order it's meant to be experienced in. That's my opinion. Yours can vary. Of course, it's different. Works like you would expect on Windows for the most part. Like really, look at the light coming through the fountain. You can see the water reflecting off all the light. Very graphic intensive. Very physics intensive. Again, I'm maxing out all 4 of my CPU cores in this right now. Mind you, part of that is going to be for the recording as well, which does take a little bit of extra horsepower. So I might actually end up upgrading my processor sooner rather than later so I get some smoother experience out of that. Anyhow, Elizabeth herself is a very well-written character. She hasn't been really annoying for me. She's actually quite helpful. Voice acting on her is superb, and her face, her emotions are just awesome. It's quite amazing. I really, really like it. And because you have Elizabeth tagging along, you can't really die. Trust me, I have died, I think, 5 or 6 times in this game so far. Again, I'm horrible. Don't take this as a how-to for this game because that's not what it is. And she always brings you back. She will revive you. She tosses you ammo. She tosses you health kits if you're low on health. There does seem to be a cooldown on how many times she can do that in a 5-minute period, though. So it's pretty good. Some cons, though. It is using the Eon wrapper. Same thing that The Witcher 2 came out with in the beginning, which really... Whoa, man, there's some bad guys. Just use a shotgun here.
You know,
Yeah,
those
that
Vigors are
happens.
Very powerful. I'll do what I can to keep you stocked in salts.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you for keeping me stocked in salts. Anyways, yeah, it does use that Eon wrapper, and it does seem to have a memory leak, like Witcher did when it first came out, The Witcher 2. A lot of work has been put into The Witcher 2 since. I don't have any problems with it. I still jump in and do some fun little things with it once in a while. Oh, okay, these guys right here are a pain in the ass. You have this, and look, now I died. This is, just watch here. Here's Elizabeth. She's bringing you back. And there you go. She brought me back. Nice little hints in there. Let's see, where am I going? Yeah, I need to go that way. So, let's change to my machine gun. This is another con. You can only have 2 weapons at once. I'm sure they did that to kind of have better immersion or something, but for the life of me, I don't know why anybody would want that.
Need these salts?
Yes, toss me the salts. Thank you. Alright, and more guys. There you go. Shock and stun. Shock and stun. So vigors are kind of like spells. Bioshock had... I can't remember what they were called. It's been so long since I played Bioshock, I really don't remember it all.
I can tell what Slate said bothered you.
Yes, it did.
You showed
You'll
me.
find that out when you play yourself.
Sometimes you have to do.
The story is actually very, very good so far.
Survival. And
It does seem to crash randomly, though.
Booker.
Again, that's coming down to
like
the
a decent enough score.
Eon thing. And there's the mouse going all weird again. So you can get machine gun ammo and all that different ammo from there.
That said,
You also come
let's
into
see
vending machines over here.
Found
It's
some
an
more.
armory, lets you upgrade your guns. So I can increase RPG damage, sniper rifle damage, pistol damage, and increase the clip of RPGs. Catch coins. She found some money. So she'll toss you all sorts of stuff. She'll toss you coins. She'll toss you health kits. Comes in very handy. The gunplay in this feels a little too floaty for my leg. It's just... I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but for me, it's not what I would expect. Oh, you shock jockey to power up the power conduit. Okay. Alright, so once in a while, these guys come to life and will try and kill you. That is George Washington. He will try and kill you once in a while.
Too rare is the man who takes a stand for God and sweetest fatherland. Here's the place where we revere the heroes.
There's not really a lot more to say about it. It's the type of game I don't want to leave. I don't want to ruin the story for you. I really don't. This seems to be a very linear first-person shooter slash RPG. It's got a lot to do with fun guns. Only 2 at a time for some dumb reason. It seems like it's an artificial limitation. I don't know why they did that. Killed that guy by shooting him in the leg. Must have been an artery. You do get this weird shield thing. The shield feels a little artificial to me. Oh, this is one thing she can do is open up nice little pockets in space-time. Okay. Shoot him. There we go. So this is a very challenging game. I'm playing it on medium difficulty, and I get my ass kicked regularly. Again, I suck. I have not ever made any qualms about that. I know I'm bad. It's fine. I don't mind. But it's a lot of fun. It really is. I would say overall, this game is worth buying for the story alone. I am sucked right into the story. I'm going to keep playing it for the story. Not really for the gunplay or the vigors or anything. Although the vigors are a lot of fun. I'll just show you here. There's possession. You can take control of automatons and enemies. Shock jockey, which electrocutes and stun. You already saw that. Murder of crows, which slows down, stuns enemies, and makes them vulnerable to attacks. Devil's kiss, which is fire. You launch a firebomb, which is nice. And bucking bronco, which throws enemies into the air, and they take fall damage when they come down. All of these you can use either by pressing the right mouse button to use it on an enemy, or let me show you with this one. You can set a mine. Right there. There we go. So now if somebody walks across that, they will set that off. Sorry about the sniffles, but I do have a bit of a cold right now. It happens. Nothing we can do about it. One thing I would take heed of, though, it does have higher requirements on Linux than it does on Windows. With Windows, you can use a video card as low as, I think it was a 210, GTX 210. So, you know, it's kind of bad because on Linux you need to have a minimum of OpenGL 4.1 graphics card. Although that did start with the GTX 560, you need double the amount of memory.
Do it.
F, mosquito. What is that? Oh, cool. It's like a in-the-air turret. I didn't see that before. So we can pick up a sniper rifle here. Why not? Let's do that. Take a look here. Nothing. Nothing to shoot. Alright, let's go. So it requires twice as much memory. Minimum requirements on Linux say 2 gigabytes, on Windows says 1. Recommended on Linux is 8 gigabytes of memory. Not that big a deal. I'm sure a lot of people on Linux are running 8 gigabytes of memory. New pants. When very low on health, killing an enemy gives health. Okay, let's equip that. You pick up gear, which helps your stats boost and all that fun stuff. You get the lock pick. Elizabeth uses them to pick locks because she learned all this stuff from a book, which is great. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the system requirements on Linux. It does seem to require more and gives you less. Like, you cannot play this currently on an Intel card at all. You cannot use Mesa drivers at all. So everybody using the open source Radeon driver, although it works great, and it's getting much closer to parity with performance with the proprietary AMD driver, it won't work because it simply will not make use of Mesa. It just can't. Now, I'm pretty sure that has to do, Mesa just doesn't support OpenGL 4.1 yet. Hopefully it will at some point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Mesa right now only supports up to OpenGL 3.2. So, there you go. Unfortunately, that means you won't be playing this on your Ultrabook, which is going to be running an Intel card. I have already tried, and it simply does not work.
Catch, Booker.
It kind of sucks.
Timing.
So this was originally developed by Irrational Games, ported to Linux by Virtual Programming, the makers of Eon. Interestingly enough, Aspire, the guys who did that great Borderlands 2 and Borderlands pre-sequel port, as well as Civilization 5, didn't get to do the port for this. Which I think, seeing as how 2K has already used Aspire for the Mac port, it would have made sense to use them for the Linux port as well. They've proven that they can do it. So where are we going? Turn to Soldier's Field and power up the gondola. Okay. So we jump on this and here we go. Okay. Let's go with Strike. He dies right away. Okay, motorized guy. Help me. Help me, George Washington. Help me. Who knew George Washington was so helpful? Alright, there we go. And we can shock this guy, make him vulnerable. There we go. So yeah, Vigors are a lot of fun. They really are. Not a huge fan of the guns play or the strange limit of only 2 guns. Like, Booker, can't you have a shoulder strap to carry another, at least one more gun?
There you go.
Thank you, Elizabeth. But yeah, I think that 2K and Irrational kind of dropped the ball on not letting Aspire do the port for this, because really it would make sense. They've done great ports. They are the guys to go to. They've proven they do great ports over and over again. I'm not sure why companies don't use them. It could be they didn't want to make the investment, but really, like, Steam machines will be taking off in November. That's going to be a mainstream thing at that point. So really, I don't know why they wouldn't do it, just assuming that they're probably going to be making that back. Alright, so I want to go back up here, I guess. This is pretty cool. You get to go on the skyline. You jump from skyline to skyline. You jump off just by dismounting. It's actually a really nice, flowy system. Not as good as the parkour system in Dying Light by any means, but it's not meant to be. Like, really, it's not meant to be like that. Okay, where am I going? Oh, wrong button. Through this door. Currently 75% off on Steam. Check the description for a link. Oh god, okay. And let's shoot some fire. And blow him up. There we go, making vulnerable. And I died again. Elizabeth saved me. Here she goes. There doesn't really seem to be any penalties except a little bit less health. That seems to be the only penalty for dying, which is really, really weird. Not really used to playing a game where you don't have a real penalty for death.
Mr. DeWitt,
The name's Booker.
I'll be certain to attend to that station. When there's a moment when we're not...
Okay, and we have more guys coming.
What is anarchy if not a knife in the back of our prophet?
Patriot!
Oh God. There he is. Okay. It's nice to keep stunning them.
Salts!
Yes, please.
Take this!
Catch the salts. I got it. Thank you. And I'm refilled. So you can take a crank gun. I don't like the crank gun. The crank gun's pretty horrible, actually. So again, yeah, I got distracted there. 75% off. It's about $8. You can buy it with the season pass for a great price of $13. About. Again, I'm in Canadian dollars. So for American dollars, it's about $7.99 American and $12.99 American, if that is what you use. Overall, I would say it's worth buying. And really, I haven't had enough problems with it that I wouldn't keep playing. It really is quite good. It's very well done. And the port, well, the wrapper does do a good job of making it work. Not perfect. I really wish it would have been a native port, because that would have made it
I don't think I understand how
much better. But
I always thought
you know, what
that
can you do?
stores-
Companies make decisions based
When I was
on their
younger,
bottom
I
line.
just
They
opened
probably got
ones
a
up.
better deal from virtual programming. So really,
I remember making them.
making them.
I could go wherever I wanted.
there's just not much
wanted to come
we can
back.
do about that.
To what?
I know that eventually The Witcher 2 ended up getting a native port.
Whatever
It's
it is.
no longer a wrapper.
I had
Oh,
plenty of time to read.
yeah, you had money. There we
I had
go.
to figure it out.
Is that going to be enough
I
to
read
get me
literature
that
on
Devil's
physics and
Aid?
other
Yes.
subjects.
Yeah.
So I can
What did
upgrade
that
another
teach you?
one of my vigors
There's
now.
a world of difference between
This is how you get vigor upgrades. Yes, Devil's Kiss adds mini clusters for greater area of effect, range, and damage. Alright, so now we can switch over
what is.
and show this. And look at that. Okay, so grenades go out every which direction now. Very nice. Very nice. Very well done. But what else can I say, really? What else? It's a good game. I don't want to ruin the story for you.
Take a look.
This is one where you should kind of get used to... Oh, where's that? Where's the shock jockey doors that she mentioned? Oh, what's this? Is this salt? It's a salt container. Okay. Why do I keep doing that? N. N, not M. N. So if you want to pick this up, I would say go for it. If you click the link down in the description, you can go right to the Steam page, and it will... You can buy it there. You can also buy this on the Humble Store, do a little bit of donation at the same time, and that also ends up meaning you donate to some charities. And usually you get a Steam tree out of it. Or a Steam key, I should say, not a tree. Wow, that was bad. But if you like this video, please do make sure you like this video. I am really enjoying making these videos for you guys,
And when I came to Washington, there were few
and would like to keep doing so.
So
So the more likes and favorites and shares I get, the better.
To bring the wicked
I have
to
started
righteousness.
streaming on Twitch as well, so if you would like
It's not a
to
mirror to
follow me on
reflect the
Twitch,
face of God.
you can see me doing research for what's on Linux, playing games like 7 Days to Die. I'll be doing some Minecraft and all sorts of other stuff. And keep apprised, guys, there is going to be a contest coming up very soon for The Witcher 2. If you would like a copy of The Witcher 2 on me, then let me know. I need some contest ideas and would really appreciate the help. So until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.